Hello everybody, Kirakage here with the Book of Unwritten Tales 2, a Trophy Hunter's Journey. Why have I got my arms out like that? Especially when you can't frickin' see them. Like, I had my arms out like this, and for some reason I don't know why I did it. But like, you can't see that I've done it, so why did I do it? Anyway, I have not played this before, but it has been on my backlog of games to do for a while because there's a bunch on my PS3 that I want to play so I can get all the games downloaded on my PS3, and there's not enough space for everything, so certain things that are on there I've been wanting to play and do. So this is just one of them. Anyway, plus the competition works out well. So yeah, let me have a quick look. Can't believe I'm saying this, but is there a way to zoom the text on this page? Like, this is fine if I'm like bed reading and stuff, but here it's really tiny. I have to get really close to my phone. There's no... what's an accessibility? Display. Appearance. Accessibility. Text go. What if we go 150%? What's that going to do? Oh, duh, sweet, it's actually really good. Okay, that is better to see, and it doesn't affect it in any good way. Okay, I might actually go bigger than that. So just a test. Oh my god, if I knew I could do this earlier, I would have been so freaking happy. Oh, I'm pretty happy. But like, how do I get into it? Fuck. Accessibility. I'm just gonna go maximum. Oh yeah, now I don't have to get so freaking close, I can sort of set from like here-ish pretty well. I mean, I could before, it's just I had to sort of scramble this. But wait, does this affect other stuff that I do? Hold on, let me just have a quick look at it. Okay, it doesn't seem to affect that. I'm just going to refresh the page. Oh my god. It does not. Okay, good, because that would be but I need to highlight. Anyway. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to affect it beyond and other stuff. It should, but it doesn't, which is good because I don't want it to affect things. Anyway, walk through store advanced actions for multiple trophies, go take books over which conversation trophies, get them off from the options here. Stay together. And space refresh. Use your square to set all available interactions in the current view. This is a much faster method than trying to walk right against the links. Note the guide, contents, and names of the different guide sections can spoil parts of the story, so the guide steps themselves. The guide steps themselves must expose certain plot-related things to read. The guide during this playthrough at your discretion. I usually like playing with walkthroughs. It's just kind of my way of playing games. Depending on the game, like Heavy Rain, which is an example, like that would be like that's a blind playthrough, first time playthrough it, but it's very rare that I don't. Last of Us will probably might be a blind playthrough, so I've somehow managed to avoid spoilers since it freaking came out, so yeah. And it has a freaking TV show, somehow avoid spoilers to that. I don't even frickin' know like what the enemies are in that game. Like I have an idea, but like I didn't know for the longest time. I knew that they were called. So I know that they're called clickers, but I don't know what they are. So I originally thought it was zombies because, you know, zombies. But it's not zombies. I don't know what it is. But I've also plant people for some reason. I don't know why, and they're like covered with rocks. I don't think that's accurate, but like don't actually know. So I don't know if I've seen anything, but I've seen stuff, and I usually skip through videos where it's just like, hey, we're going to talk about this. I usually skip that part of the video on YouTube and stuff. But I've seen like images and stills from there, and I'm just like, what? That's not a zombie. Could be zombies. I don't fucking know. Could be plant zombies. Plant versus zombies got their idea from the game. Right, so ready. Okay. So controls. L moves around. R moves between currently moving directions. Only once nearby. Square within and all using it. Especially if there's no location for my offense that anyone else has screens and may be required to see some interactions. Triangle opens and closes inventory screen. X used for looking at things, interact with things, using skipping text. Pressing it twice quickly also skips most animations relating to walking to circle, examining stuff. L1 and R1 used to move between three pages. L2 for switching to next character. R2 used to switch to next character. Options. Pause. This was PS4 stuff. So settings. Let's see. Right, since I'm streaming, probably just that. Alright, and wait, subtitles on? Yeah, subtitles, cool. Wait, what are the Dutch? Oh, just Dutch and English. Bunch of different subtitles. That one I was just curious on. I don't want to do Spanish. Back. New game. Implementing bugs. What? Dropping a penny. Ah, it's a different.
War had raged through all Aventásia. The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the woodland realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes. Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved the kingdom and all the riches in the world, who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Good, good. This is good. Although the ground is still getting closer. Part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion. If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island. But somehow I really doubt it will.
You put weight on it. Why didn't it go down?
Ow!
Oh, rough.
Oh, hi Nate, how's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
Ah, shit. I'm in the way. I can't see the freaking options, so I'm going to have to move myself.
No big thing. So, now that we have a little time to kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert, and at that time, I was...
Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Definitely not the time to reminisce.
Then why did you ask?
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast a spell.
Time to make up for it then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful death. My death. So just how do you think you could make things any worse?
Worse? I could set the air on fire, or it could start smelling. Very bad.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me! I just can't take it anymore!
Benny! Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do. A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why, you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamb. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
Yes!
Ah. Cool.
What the heck? What happened here? No!
Trophy!
Welcome, adventurer. I am the tutorial, guardian of gameplay, explainer of controls.
Use the left stick to move the character.
Well done.
The character.
If you walk up to an object, context-sensitive actions will be displayed. Walk up to that big lever and press X.
Over there. Okay.
The robot has used the lever, as this seemed logical to him.
Now press circle so that the robot looks at the lever rather than uses it.
Excellent. The robot thinks the lever is working.
But if that's so, then where is the problem? That hatch over there, walk up to it and press X.
The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is.
Press X again next to the hatch. The first time you press X will allow you to look, the second to use.
Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, the most logical thing to do next is use it.
It's quite simple. Press circle when you want to look at something, press X in order to do whatever that character thinks is the next most sensible move. Is the machine working again? Walk up to the lever and press X.
Appears to be a new problem. Better take a closer look at the engine.
Oops, that wasn't very helpful. Please pick up both gears by pressing X. If you can reach several objects from one position, you can use the right stick to select the one you want to interact with.
Great work. Items you pick up will go into your inventory.
You open and close your inventory by pressing triangle. To use an inventory item, select it with X and then select the object that you want it to be used with.
Use one of the gears in your inventory with the engine of the town model. Excellent. Now, how about dealing with the second gear? Perfect. You'd better oil the engine before you switch the machine back on again. That should do it. Time to crank it up.
Okay, words. I'm getting sort of weirdly dizzy with me in different spots, so I'm thinking it's probably a game where I don't have the frickin' camera up. Okay, now it just feels weird not having my face there. I don't think I got used to that, damn. Anyway. Because this is like a point and click thing, I feel like it might block stuff. No matter where I have the camera, I feel like it might block something and I'll get annoyed if I can't find it. Maybe it's not such a big deal, but I feel like it will be this year.
You can examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Pick up the damaged figure and the toolbox.
Then open the inventory with triangle and press circle in order to examine the toolbox.
Okay.
Great. You found a few items in the toolbox.
You can use these items on each other by initially selecting the first object with X and then using it on the second object again with X.
Try to repair the figure in the inventory. Well done. Now place the figure back in its rightful place on the balcony of the castle and start the machine.
Now ready. One last test before I go. If you press square, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed.
Good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
Yay, trophy. That's got to be the most, I don't know, amazingly, awesomely funniest intro that I've ever had. Like, it's like
I'm worried about you.
introduced in the
Mother.
game, little cutscene stuff, but
What's
then
wrong with
tutorial
you?
in there. That was awesome.
Everything's fine.
No, you don't look well at all. Positively rotund.
Really fat.
It is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her
Ah, it is.
frustrations by comfort eating. If you carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
I don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will like him. He's charming and... Look, he sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the elf kingdom, in the castle of your family where you belong. No one here should be sad, tired, or fat. I only want what's best for you, Ivo.
That's gonna fill a drink. Ah. Fucking freaking off my goddamn lip. There we go. back. Oh, spot some duck. Okay.
I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a year in the human world, and they have some very strange ideas about personal hygiene. Well, I thought perhaps it's a curse. Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would make a state occasion out of it. I don't know either, but I'm sure there's a medical book down in the library.
Could it be you're pregnant?
No, rest is not what I need just now.
Like, okay, so my logic is she's getting fat, rotund, weight gain is a thing of pregnancy, and feeling sick is also pregnancy, although it's not usually like straight away. But then again, I don't know how elf periods work. Because, like, normally that's another indicator, but she didn't mention, hey, I haven't got my period yet. Well, I don't know, you know.
I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me, completely alone, just like a grown-up elf. I'm not going to be stopped, neither by locked doors nor by you.
Okay. What am I doing?
The times when the others were here in the elf burrow, those were the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him.
What am I doing?
Wilbur was so excited. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening. Complete idiot.
Bloody hell. Hold on.
It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time that I've climbed into the garden via...
That's not what I'm trying to do. I was trying to go to the...
I'm just doing my morning exercises. I wasn't going to. Of course, I could just ignore him. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me. And who knows what the two of them would cook up for me next.
That's what I was
We
trying
have
to
many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite. Apologies, I need a few of your seeds.
do. Okay.
Cheap, would it be possible for you to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead? Don't say I never look after you. Withdrawal symptoms? I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on. Shh.
Right, because once birds.
He's gone to sleep.
Yeah, because birds
It got
sleep in
dark and he's
darkness.
simply... No matter.
Yeah.
I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
That's what you do with like birds at home and stuff. Like, if you have a pet bird, you put a blanket or something over it and it usually goes to sleep. Which is very helpful if they're very chirpy. Also, depending on the type of bird, helps with like sleeping with like if you've got light on all the time or something. Yeah. Anyway, exit to balcony now.
I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time. Let's go. As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands, or rather Mother is. There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow in the wild so high up the mountains. I can't think of any use for a water lily, but a reed could come in handy. A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a great
Arbor
load
for
of work.
arborist, in case.
People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature. But you need a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Nah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. Why do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She'd be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener. Get it?
Fucking hell.
What are you up to today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elf Burrow, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elf Burrow. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather and the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
No one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
I have to get on.
Yup, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
Okay. Bonzo was in. Look at this stone.
A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog.
Look at the pot.
A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog. Arbor's pot. Literally. There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water's said to have healing powers. No wonder considering where it comes from.
Library.
A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons. I think it's some kind of test of courage. The Biggest Plant Book of Aventásia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart.
It looks like Mike. Nope. Sully from Monsters Inc., by the way.
Helmets with horns. Cool, but useless. Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem with that flower. Let's take a look. The wood of intelligent apple trees is often used for the equally intelligent and beautifully shaped living accessories of all types. For a long time, botanists thought that it may be possible. This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant very early in its life, which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not normally survive the separation.
Huh. Neat.
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love lily. The love lily if the
Wait, how do I get out of this? That's how. Okay.
goldsmithing, masonry, and a book about carpentry. Like all books in this library, it's a guest present. The logic behind this must be, those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. Why don't we present them with a book about it? What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already know pretty much all there is to know about the matter, and the book's of no use to us whatsoever.
That's assuming that you're the ones that built it. It could have been previous generations, in which case the book would be useful for maintenance and upkeep. Also, the book might contain new information that you are unaware of. New methods, or maybe even old methods if you
There's a
only know
master
new
whittler
methods.
down in the valley. I've enjoyed watching him in the past. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually animals turned into wood. This one's more about interiors, making furniture and the like. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb and saw the board into 2 equal length pieces. Who knows what that might be good for? Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans. Actually, more of a brochure. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented.
That's the other bookshelf.
What have we got here then? Aha. Ah, Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if it's not that, then it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus. But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and drink it.
Are you serious?
Very.
All right, this potion, what goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
Okay.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay. This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden. I bet they belong together. I could use the bowl to a spoonful. Oh, sound. Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here. That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
Time to return to the garden.
Perhaps the tree would like to hear a little story from the book. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Oh, I'm so sorry. It'll be all right. You'll see.
Okay.
Look, do you know this flower?
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling girl. You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Are you smoking? Okay.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
Wait, really? This is going to give me a pot of gold. Oh dear.
A pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
I was thinking about a leprechaun. Okay. Cut reed. Bee's nest.
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Oh, that'd be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
I need to pee. I think I need to pee. Okay, I think I have a bit of a sore stomach, but I don't know why. It's like maybe it's alcohol. Oh. Anyway, continue. Talk to Wilbur. Carpentry.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Look, I found this book in the library.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf. Elves don't get ill.
But if I were...
Oh, come on. Now tell me. How can I help you?
Do we have a metis bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The metis bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defense mechanism.
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Well, everything needs to be complicated, you know.
What was that with the metis bush and the green fruit again?
If the bush gets scared, feels threatened or unwell.
There's something else. I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Okay. What? I don't have a flower. Unless it means the flower seeds.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners. Isn't that just lovely?
Ah. Yep, I missed something. I see what I missed. Okay. Ah, someone tried to post a link. Don't do that. I need to grab this flower, that's what I missed.
This flower
Okay.
clearly is one of the more exotic. It comes from a country in the deep. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense. Why do so many people hate this flower? Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
What? Okay. Alright, so I missed that before when I was talking about almanac. Right. Hmm.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
Okay. Take a few worms.
I really shouldn't. It's only Earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter. Well, she'd be delighted.
Okay.
I don't have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck. Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Ask Arbor to teach me fishing.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
You must know a lot about fishing. Could you teach me?
Yep, can do that. Just put the line into the water and wait.
That much I know already. Is that all?
Yep, it's all a question of probability. Will a fish bite or won't a fish bite? You understand? A good bait, the blinker and those sort of things can increase your probability, of course. But apart from that, it's just practice, practice, practice.
Okay, now return to the library.
I have to get on.
No, no, cancel, 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 cancel. Fuck. I'm like looking at what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not looking at the X over it because obviously it's a different spot. That's annoying. Keep doing that. Okay. Alright, track the bottom of the shelf. Fishing should jump to 21.
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book. Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row, then, that was educational.
Okay, 21. And then on the pond again, I fish till I get red herring, and then I fish until I get a master angler's hat.
I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough.
Yeah, how long is this supposed to
Or
take?
I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
No, unfortunately.
Pity.
Not reading fish reports. Okay, shouldn't take long apparently.
A classic. A classic. At last. Now I can take the red herring off my list.
But I still need to get...
I've got what I need,
hat.
but this is... And perhaps I'll have a bit of luck catching other interesting things in the pond. A fishing hat, which not so long ago I thought was extremely hideous. But now... I am the master of all rods, the ruler of the river and the goddess of the water! And what's more, I'm looking good. That's me and fishing done.
Trophy,
Pleasant,
fish
I
quit.
think.
Now return time, fish room. Okay. Now, green mistus fruit.
Oh, that fruit smells really sour.
And red herring.
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish.
And sweet honey.
About 1 spoon of honey.
And a fist-sized stone on the bowl to get the medicine. A pistol and mortar,
I'm
basically.
pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the Elf Burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Now I return to the library. Can I go through this way? Yes, we'll go to the library. And medicine book.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
Called it. Oh, fucking hell, the bird fainted. That was funny as hell. Ah. Oh, that was hilarious.
No. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake. I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant. One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it...
Just completely cut out. For me. Microphone's working though. God damn it. It's annoying when this happens. I'm going to try to turn it off and on and see if it does anything. Okay, turn my headset back on, but nothing. This frustrates the fuck out of me when it happens because I don't know how I fix it. I end up fixing it somehow, but I have no fucking idea how. Okay, no. When I switch, I hear something. Very slightly. If I go... Actually, that might fix something. Hold up. So if I go... where are we? I go default, and then I go that. No, it doesn't work. Fuck. Wait. Oh no, cool. So I didn't screw that mistake. Awesome. So then okay, I don't actually know if that did anything. Fuck. No, that's just microphone. I don't think that has anything to do with sound. That's microphone. That's not sound. Advanced audio properties. But then again, if it's... that wouldn't be it, actually, because it's not working on system sounds. Wait, is it working on system sounds? No. It's not, because it works in browser in that case. Okay. It's making sounds when I switch back and forth. It's supposed to work here, but it is not. Bluetooth and devices. Cancel. Few more devices. Audio is not connected, so what happens if I remove it? Then I... Okay, no, yeah, that's working now, right? Hello. Awesome. Got it working. That's frustrating when it does work, but I got it working. Sound is here. Microphone was a little muted, wasn't there for a moment, but it's all good.
It means?
Okay.
Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you? Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here.
They're dragon apes.
Oh, yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission. You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter, Cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go. Hey, Cheap.
Okay.
This sex that you spoke about, what is it and why should I not have it? I know that I'm an elf princess. That's exactly the reason I should have something like this. Perhaps even two. Oh, I will find out what you're trying to hide from me.
Wait, if she doesn't know what sex is, there's a possibility she's not cursed and she just had sex and didn't, because she doesn't know what it is. Okay.
I'll be back soon, Cheap. Hey, Cheap. Think, Cheap. How can we both get to Seastone without me having to grow wings? You've got an idea? A flight magazine? You've taken out a subscription to a flight magazine? Yeah, all right. Page 15. Hippogriff stud Aculeus in the Blue Mountains. The best battle and hunting hippogriffs in Aventásia. A hippogriff? That could carry me. Not a bad idea, Cheap. A pot of gold. Now, where are we meant to get that from? Yes, I think you're right. We'll have to think of something.
I have a pot of gold.
A hippogriff costs a pot of gold. And we've got one. have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you. I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Okay. Jog from the table
That's just what I need.
and return to the garden. Oh, so this would be 4, that'd be 5, that'd be 6. For some reason, it would be 7. That doesn't make any sense. Wait. What the fuck? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, that's because there's 8 available. That's what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Duh. D-O-N-A. And that one is D-O-N-A. Okay. That's why my math is bad. Okay, cool. Oh, return to the garden. Look at the magic barrier bowl to the left. What? Ah.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before. There are 3 symbols on the bottom of the bowl. I wonder what they mean. They're the same ones as the columns in the throne room. Each symbol depicts a droplet. Sometimes there's a line underneath it, sometimes above, and here is a circle going through the droplet. Haven't got a clue what they mean. I have seen these symbols once before.
Okay.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa. I'd better take the hat off. No need to complicate matters further.
Ivor, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
What do you mean by we?
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course, fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem. Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. A droplet in a circle. One can find such strange symbols all over the realm. They do have some kind of deep significance for those in the know. Not that I am. A droplet over a line. I suspect that this is some kind of mystical symbol, but I never really bothered with this sort of thing. That's Mother's thing. A line with a droplet underneath it. Presumably the symbol's not just there for decoration, but I don't have a clue what it means. Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. I can blame Mother for a lot of things, but not laziness. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well.
I kind of understand that.
Only priestess up. Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The 3 symbols depict the 3 different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Huh.
Oh. What's all this different forms of water all about then?
Be steam.
Not all water is the
ice,
same.
liquid
It
diet.
changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together,
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
Puddle water. Okay.
that stuff in the moon well, that's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
I'm thirsty.
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Well, the moon waters are particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Okay.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Why did I do that to the willow? Anyway.
Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts. Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, dancing the tango and farting uncontrollably, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
I'll need to have a think about that. Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, dancing the tango and farting uncontrollably. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
Understood. Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, loved by me like very little else, anger the humorless gods.
Understood. Enlighten me, Father.
Old people with sunburn, dancing the tango and farting uncontrollably, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
I'll need to have a think about that. Enlighten me, Father.
Old people with love are confusing to those weak in the head.
Oh.
Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun
There it is.
bring...
Okay.
She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
You're always defending her. Doesn't she drive you mad too?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, warts and all.
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
He is so zen about it. I like him. He's cool.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree, then?
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, but I'll work on that. Hypothetically, if Cheep Cheep had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength, which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course, but the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right, bring me some sunflower seeds.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
So he'd be like a druid, wouldn't he? Like natural magic.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Wait, is that a
Thanks.
typo?
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moon well. It works. One of the symbols is glowing. water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow. You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for 'ee?
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
Oh, you wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
I need a special sort of water, Arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container?
Right, is he gonna pee in it?
There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. I have to get on. Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay. And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them?
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
I Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and mate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, princess.
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
What is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to.
Really?
That's when you will seek and find me. In a flying town, in a house with no corners.
Where will I find you?
Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm. But we will see each other again soon.
But, oh...
Okay, that seemed off on purpose, the text, just because of the way it returned to normal at the end. I thought it was a glitch for a second, but I don't think it was. Anyway.
Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything? Now, don't exaggerate. Okay, here. Oh, I hope it works. But what's he going to be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is.
Yeah. Exit garden, return to balcony.
that's overdoing it a bit. I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it? Huh, I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap Blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it.
Okay, I was not expecting that as hippogriff. I was thinking something from Harry
Potter. You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Cheap? Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, a bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then. The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
Trophy, the Great Escape. A few days earlier.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome! Gnomes can't do magic!
I can, and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We'd like to have answers to our questions.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic.
That's not a question.
To be exact, only only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Grumar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all these things. I know nothing. Easy, boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think.
Ah, saving, cool. I was gonna end the stream because I want to go to bed. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I need a bit of sleep. Yeah, so as always, don't forget to subscribe and or follow. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you have anything